All right, everybody. Today we're going to go over our Rosa Wreath build that we did. And we did the 36-inch impression version. That's the actual version we got there, the red ball. They got a lot of great balls. It looks like someone bought a Baldric Port 2 controller. That's a build we're actually going to be doing here relatively soon. Get another video out on that. And we also did the metal mounts this time. Normally we would print up all of our mounts in our 3D printer, but this is a pretty heavy prop. The Gilbert Engineering has metal mounts now, so we went ahead and ordered the metal mount set too. So the actual coral prop itself was $100, and then the mounts itself were another 50, so it was 150 altogether for the prop and the mounts. With that, we're just going to go ahead and jump into the process after the mounts are already on the coral itself, and then we'll show you how the poles go through, and we'll cover the threaded mount that we put together for us to hang it off the inside of the peak of our roof. So let's just go ahead and jump on into it. Okay, here's the back of the Rosa Wreath. We've already attached the Gilbert Engineering metal mounts, and I do recommend after you get these pieces in here that you put the poles across so you make sure this piece is centered, and then you want to determine if you want it to be the lower end at the top or if you want the higher end at the top. Make sure you rotate it correctly to the height that you want. And then once it's done, we're going to go ahead and push all the pixels, and then we'll show you how we put the poles through with the special end brackets that they have, which will be able to mount onto half-inch threaded pipe because the end caps on the mounts are half-inch threaded. It's pretty cool. So now we're going to go ahead and put the pipe pieces in. And you're going to want to start with the lower pipe first. And we'll attach this piece like so. We'll screw it down. And then we'll push it back through the hole and put the nut on the back end. Leave it a little bit of loose so there's a little bit of playroom. Because with the playroom, you're going to then force and bend it a little bit. Then you'll pop it in. Bring it forward so that you can tighten it onto the pipe. Like so. Then you'll take your nut piece, and then you'll use your wrench to tighten it on. And then you'll do the other end. Now that we have the lower one in, now we can go ahead and do the upper one. Same process. Shoot it all the way through. Tighten it on the pipe, bring it back through, and then screw it on. Get our wrench. Tighten it on. And that's going to be our holders. Now for the connector piece, it's going to go up to the house. Pretty simple on that one. We got a floor flange with an elbow piece mounted to the wood outside, which we'll show you a picture of. And then we have a screw-in connector, so we don't have to worry about having to spin the whole prop to connect it. That piece will get connected there. We'll tighten it on. So there's no spinning. Then we're going to hang it It's simply going to be connecting this in, because this piece will already be connected to the elbow piece. And that is how we're going to mount it. The last thing we want to do is this little extra piece right here. We want to get rid of that. So we'll get our wire clippers and we'll cut it. We're going to take some liquid electrical tape. And we're going to seal that in. I usually do one coat and let it dry. And then I'll come back and do another coat once it's dry. And now our prop's ready to hang. Now we got it firmly mounted. And then we're probably going to put a couple stabilizer holes so that it won't spin. And we'll also mount that to the upper part. And we'll show you that when it's all done and in place. So you can see up here, it's just a floor flange on an elbow piece. And then we got the pipe. And then we got the screw connector here, which made it really easy to hook together. And for added stability, we've got some nice little tie downs there. It's not going to go anywhere or turn at all, so that should hold it up through all of the storms we have out here in the Pacific Northwest. And of course, here's the skin we put on it for Halloween. We'll take that off at Christmas time, but we did paint the center of it red on the metal piece, just because we have the red Christmas ball for Christmas on the pattern, and didn't want the metal showing through. So, you know, if you have white, maybe you paint white, black coral, paint it black. And a lot of people said, why did you go for the Rosa Wreath and not the Rosa Grande? And it was space. There's not a 36-inch Rosa Grande. And if we had a 48-inch Rosa Grande here, we'd be hitting our head every time we walked up the stairs. So that was our reasoning behind it. Other than that, if you have any questions, make sure and post a comment. We'll try to answer them as quick as we can.